So there's something fishy going on in the market with Tesla, and I want you guys to be cautious. I don't like to make these warning videos, but I do want to let you guys know what may happen, because we've been through this before many times and we always get rug pulled. I'm just going to say it. We've been rug pulled all the time. And this, it seems like the sentiment, their narrative, it's going on. And the reason why I only say this is because Tesla does not have the EPS and the earnings to justify or to hold the current stock. Means that there's going to be a lot of volatility going on until EPS growth starts to happen massively. Until then, it's based on news, hype, all this kind of stuff. And, we have a Santa Claus rally going on right now, but I'm not too sure what's going to happen in January or in February. And I want you guys to get ready for this, because what's going on right now, I can see another dip happening soon, but not as much we think is going to happen. Not like from 400 to 200. I don't think so. And that's because Elon buying $1 billion at around $400. I think if it does dip in the 400s, maybe high 300s, but anything than that, maybe mid 300s at most, at a lot of technical analysts are, saying. But I don't think we're going to see the 200s ever again. But I want you guys to get ready. And if you guys are looking for a buying opportunity, I think we may just get it. So smash the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, because this video is pretty darn juicy. So Dr. Jack here did a perfect job on X saying that what is going on here? There is so much good news about Tesla all at once. FSD is getting great reviews in Europe after it launched. China sold out of Model Ys for the year. Tesla Semi is getting so much traction, and the Semi factory will be pumping out 50,000 of them a year. Even the haters like Bloomberg and the Wall Street Journal cannot help but write positive reviews about Tesla now, which is insane, because these two guys are probably the most critics, aside from Reuters, are the most, big critics of Tesla. Now they're writing positive things about it. Is there a glitch in the simulation? That is flipping crazy. Some of the articles here is from Bloomberg. Tesla reliability improves sharply in new consumer report study. Tesla Semi just got a huge vote of confidence from 300 truck fleet. Now, this is Tesla Roddy. Tesla Roddy is always positive about Tesla. I flipping love them. But the Wall Street Journal here is always critical of Tesla and Elon. And this is what it says. The first time I let the vehicle take control, something shifted. As the car guided itself through traffic, I felt it melt away. Like, this is Wall Street Journal. Like, this is insane. We are getting a lot of these bad mainstream medias talking good stuff about Tesla. And the last time this happened, they're getting ready for something big. Maybe a rug pull. Because right now, guys, it's rainbows and sunshines. That's what it is. Right now, it's rainbows and sunshines. There's, FSD is doing great in Europe. I mean, the sentiment is also shifting that FSD is great. But the fact that everyone is coming out and saying it, this is the part that gets my guard up a little bit. And Elon Musk replies back to Dr. Jack saying that the simulation is very entertaining because, of course, it always changes and stuff like that. And of course, Elon Musk reposts that Wall Street Journal saying that it's accurate, agreeing with that. But let's talk more deep into this. Let's see the article here from the Wall Street Journal. I don't have the subscription, so shout out to Sawyer Merritt for posting it here. And the title is actually pretty interesting. I used to hate driving. A self-driving car finally taught me to let go. Okay, but let's see what the article says. Driving has always felt like a chore to me. For many people it is. The first time I let the vehicle Model Y take control, something shifted. As the car guided itself through traffic, I felt tension melt away. A few days before the federal EV credit expired in September, I traded in my 7.5-year-old Model 3 for a Model Y with FSD. For someone like me who likes to stay in control, surrender has never come easily. Yet here I was, cruising through traffic in quiet surrender to the car's code and sensors. It felt like liberation, and now I have something better than a chauffeur. My car never tires, panics, or wavers. It doesn't jolt at brake lights or grumble at traffic jams. It simply drives with quiet confidence and near perfect composure. And I can vouch for that because I've been here in Toronto for about a week almost, and I rented out a Tesla that has FSD, the latest version too. I have not been driving. I mean, I had to take over here and there, but I have not been driving. I posted some videos on YouTube, but majority of them are on X because they're short videos, and they're just insane videos. There was a blizzard the other day, and it was like a champ. Like, it was insane. The article continues and says that people often worry that technology makes us lazy. Maybe it does, but in my case, it taught me to trust in the rhythm of the ride. It's a small miracle I never expected from a car. The moment everyone realizes, guys, that you don't have to drive anymore, that you don't have to pay attention anymore, going to the same road, same traffic, same commute and route, the stock's not going to be trading at this spot. I'm just saying, the stock's not going to be trading at 1.4 trillion. It's probably going to be double that, in my opinion. Not financial advice, right? But it's insane to me. It really is insane to me that we have everyone and their moms coming out and saying that Tesla's amazing. It's great. There's nothing bad about it. It's great. And the sentiment has changed. I'll say that. It's changing, at least. But this worries me a lot because this usually identifies the peak, in my opinion. Then we have some correction going down. And I'll give you guys an example. I mean, there's so much example with Tesla. Let's look at the 5-year chart of Tesla for example. The last time we had this big spike was when Trump won. When Trump won, Tesla stock went to $480 per share, almost hitting $500 per share. And everybody was saying, it's rainbows and sunshines. Robotaxis came forward 2 years sooner because of Trump, and regulation for FSD is going to go away or get reduced or something like that. And they are happening. But literally just a few months later, the stock went down almost nearly 50%. And it was for other reasons because, of course, macro environment, we had tariffs going on. That's what's going on. And of course, Tesla has the whole market went down at that point, not just Tesla, but that was a good buying opportunity for anyone who, bought in these lows, not just for Tesla, but for the entire market. You guys can check out the S&P 500 for that. But tariffs, macro environment, everything brought everyone down, and Tesla has a beta 2 to 3, so that got hit the hardest as well. And on top of that, it was around this time where Europe was going crazy with the Nazi thing that Elon was doing, and of course, doubling down on that, trashing stores. That's not happening anymore, and they've moved on from that, and the stock has recovered. But there's always something around the corner when there's always sunshines and rainbows, especially when a company doesn't have the EPS growth to not justify the stock, I don't want to say, but to keep it firm in that level. Tesla is like that. Tesla at the moment, because they don't have a firm EPS, is very volatile. So don't be surprised when you see the stock in the 300 in a couple of months, but also don't be surprised when you see the stock in 2000 by end of next year. Not financial advice, but this is Tesla. This is how it moves. It's crazy. So the reason why I say this is because just lately, literally 24 hours ago, we've had some very interesting things going on with the EU and the US, X, and Elon that I think this FUD stuff can start up again and we can see some red days. In other words, some buying opportunities. So we have Ted Cruz here saying that the European Commission's $140 million fine on X is an abomination. It's an attack on a great American job creator, and it's an attack on the free speech of every American. Trump should impose sanctions until this travesty is reversed. Now, this is macro level. This can bring not just Tesla down, but everyone down, right? And this is the warning I'm telling you. With the sunshine and rainbow, with, mainstream medias that don't like Elon and Tesla, something is swirling. I think this is the thing that's really gonna do some damage in the weeks or two to come, depending how crazy this news is gonna be. And they're finding X because of the blue check mark. It's so stupid. And Elon Musk is doubling down on this, saying things like how long before the EU is gone, abolish the EU, right? Other things like the EU should be abolished and sovereignty returned to individual countries so that governments can better represent their people. Like, that is insane. And Elon doesn't hate Europe, right? He just hates bureaucracy and stuff like that. And he says it right here. I love Europe, but the bureaucracy monster that is the EU must stop. And again, noise is coming out saying that this can slow down FSD. This can, bring back the noise about Elon doing the Nazi thing. And then, don't buy Tesla, boycott Tesla in Europe and stuff like that. This may happen again. And this is not good for Tesla as well. And of course, you guys can see the timeline on how pretty much the EU was trying to attack X and stuff like that. It's from, June 2023 all the way till now. And, it's insane what's going on. So my message here is to you guys is that be cautious, right? Of course, we have a Santa Claus rally, but usually there's also people selling for taxes in this year as well. And that's after Christmas, I think, right? But January and February usually are not the greatest months for Tesla stock. And if things continue to boil down, then I do think we can probably see a retracement in the stock. And of course, I'm waiting. I want to buy 100 shares of Tesla stock, but I'm waiting for a better entry point and stuff like that. I mean, I know don't time the market. I'm still dollar cost averaging in, but when you're going to lump sum 100 shares, you might as well get it at a better price, and I'm okay waiting for a bit, right? I only say that because of course, the EPS growth, I don't think we're going to get it as much in Q4. I think Q4 will be an okay quarter. I'm looking at the data. It's looking okay, but I don't think we're going to get that record delivery numbers. Energy, we're going to get record energy numbers and revenue profits. No doubt about that. Autos, I don't think so. Q1, of course, we know that's a terrible quarter for not just Tesla, for all automakers, because no one really buys cars in the first quarter of a new year. So I would have my guard up for a little bit to see what's up. And because, again, Tesla doesn't have the EPS growth to solidify the stock in the 450, volatility is still a big thing and it can move either way. So again, be cautious. Something is swirling here. The fact that Bloomberg and Wall Street Journal is praising Tesla and Elon, which they never do when they should, that is also a big red flag to me, right? And I know sentiment is changing, but these two guys, and I'm sure other articles are coming out, they're saying the same thing. That, oh my God, Tesla's FSD is fantastic. We know it's fantastic. We know it's fantastic, but they're being loud about it. Why? And a lot of people are saying that they should have pumped the stock so they can sell at a higher price because, these guys, they like to trade and stuff like that. So be careful, guys. It's a Santa Claus rally. So right now it's rainbows and sunshines, but we know the stock market can flip anytime, especially if there's things going on macro environmentally. Yeah. I know interest rates are being cut this month. We'll see. There's a chance for it. If it does, great. If it doesn't, that's also something to worry about as well. Oh, not worry about, but something to look forward to. In the long term, none of this matters. In the long term, none of this matters. But I'm just saying the short term, these are all interesting stuff that if you're looking to buy shares, I think waiting a little bit would give you a higher profit later. And it doesn't matter if you don't want to wait. That's fine. I'm buying these prices. I mean, I've been dollar cost averaging at these prices. I don't care. Whenever I have cash, I do invest in. And I made a podcast with CERN talking about how crazy value Tesla can get because we have a milestone now because of the Elon's compensation package. And I made a podcast with him. It'll be available tomorrow morning. Or if you're a YouTube member, you guys can watch it right now, right here. Grab your popcorn because this was one of the greatest perspective videos I made with CERN that CERN has showed me in not a long time, but it's tough. It's up there. It's up there. And it's worth watching not just once, maybe twice and 3 times. All I gotta say is enjoy with that popcorn, man, because this was such a sheesh video. Anyway, subscribe, guys. Become a channel member. More podcasts are on the way. I'm editing them right now. So get ready, and I shall see you guys in the next flipping video. I love you guys. Stay curious. Enjoy your winter. I mean, I'll make a video tomorrow or the day after, so don't worry about that. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go!